Hey guys, it's Joe from Finding Faith. It's no secret that I'm not a perfect YouTuber. If you watch some of my early videos and even most of the videos that I make, they're not, what you would expect of a super high quality YouTuber because that's not who I am, and I'm largely okay with that. And yes, this is basically why I'm posting a surprise video on a Saturday outside of my regular schedule. I am going to keep a regular schedule. I still have a video that's going to come up on Monday and everything's going to be normal, but I wanted to put this out here. Earlier today, literally almost 2 whole weeks after the Vegas shooting, after I put up my video in response to that, a friend of mine told me as we were talking about my channel that it seemed like the Vegas shooting video started in the middle of a sentence, and I looked back, being unsure of what he was talking about, and I discovered that he was right. When I did the rendering process in the rush to get everything out, there was some footage that was cut out at the beginning of my response to the Vegas shooting video. And I'm going to put that footage up at the end of this after I'm done talking with you guys here, coincidentally wearing the same shirt. Not to cause any confusion, it just happened to be that way. But what it comes down to is I wanted to say I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not a perfect YouTuber. I don't expect to be even a great YouTuber, but I need to be held to a higher standard, and I want to put out quality that, looks like I cared, looks like I put in effort, because I do care about you guys, and I do want my channel to reflect that. And I appreciate any and all forms of feedback on this video, in the comments, on my Facebook page, which I have a link to in all the descriptions of my videos, yet never mentioned. Talk about not being a good YouTuber, right? Honestly, I don't mind the feedback. I actually really appreciate it. There are essentially two main responses when it comes to feedback. One, you can respond defensively and be really upset, or the response that I try and take, which is, really listen to it and see how you can apply it in your life. Every once in a while, the feedback that I get, I imagine, is going to go against, my personal character, my principles, my goals, just how I envision things. And of course, there's a line, there's some adapting that I need to do, but at the same time, I can't abandon myself entirely. So I need to do some discernment. There's going to be, prayer involved in that. But even if I don't end up taking some of your suggestions, I still value the fact that you guys go out of your way to suggest things to me. It means a lot, because I can't know what you guys are thinking unless you guys tell me. And I love hearing from you guys, even if it's just in really small ways. It's really appreciated. With that being said, I do plan on making some changes coming up. They're not going to be immediately noticeable changes. I have a bunch of pre-recorded videos that I recorded even before this one that I'm still in the process of editing and figuring out when they're going to go up. And one of them is actually a video where I'm going to boast of my own weaknesses. I think actually one of the ones I listed is I'm not a very good YouTuber. And it's probably about as true now as it was when I recorded that video, unfortunately. But at the same time, I'm still trying to get better and improve. Some of the changes that I have in mind, I have a new camera that Diego is letting me use. It's not really new, but it's going to be new to the channel as opposed to the one that I'm using right now, and it's much better quality, and I just think it's going to look better, and maybe even the sound will naturally sync a little bit better, so I won't have to be constantly adjusting that. I still have to learn how to use it, though. I'm kind of naive on a couple areas. I'm considering doing an intro and or an outro, and I think, as long as it's not too much work figuring out how to do that, that might be beneficial. That might make my videos look just that much more professional. It'll be pretty much copied pasted every video or so, but it might still be there. Another big thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing collabs. I'm going to be having friends on this channel, and ultimately I think that just incorporating more people into this channel, one of my big goals for me on this channel to help you guys out is just to get more voices in the mix. And I think that that's going to be a big change that's going to come up hopefully within about a month or so. So again, I wanted to formally apologize to you guys about this, because the Vegas shooting incident was very sensitive and I should have been really putting my best foot forward. Instead, I tried to rush things and I missed something relatively simple. And now I know that that can happen, and I'm going to do everything in my power not to let it happen again. Hopefully it won't, but I also know that I have weaknesses and I'm trying to work on them. I hope you guys are too. All right, thank you guys so much. And in just a moment, I'm going to play the first part of the lost footage from my response to the Vegas shooting. And there will be a little bit of overlap. It's going to go a little bit past the part where the original video starts, so you guys will be able to get a sense of what the video was originally intended to look like. All right, thank you guys for listening and understanding. Sorry again, and hopefully this will be much less of a problem in the future. Hi guys, it's Joe from Finding Faith, and my plans changed today. I was going to release a video where I talk about the problem of pain, some of the pain that I went through recently, and I wanted to talk about the problem of evil coming up in a near video, but things changed, and I want to talk about pain that Christians go through and everything, and then pain got opened up to more than just me and the Christian community. According to the NPR article that I have up on my phone right now, at least 58 people are dead, and another 515 people are injured as a result of a horrific shooting last night in Las Vegas. The worst mass shooting in American history, quite possibly world history. I'm not nearly read up enough on that sort of stuff to really know. But it's been a while since one of these has happened, and when these do happen, they are difficult experiences, whether or not you personally know someone who was in the shooting. In my case, I actually know someone who was very close to being in the shooting. She had actually just left. She's in my graduate class, and she had just left before the shooting happened. I'm aware that there are people who have personal connections there. I have a friend of mine, he has a friend in Vegas. I need to reach out to him and make sure that his friend is okay. Now, what I was originally going to do is I was going to talk about the problem of pain and evil and why both have to exist on some level in God's plan. They were both going to be their own videos, and I may still post those videos to go into more depth, but I want to talk about those a little bit here. And let me just start off by saying that myself and other Christians, we're no strangers to suffering. We suffer too. Unfortunately, suffering is just part of our experience here on this world, and we can either use it as an excuse to draw closer to God and better understand who He is and what plans He has for us and comfort others. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verses 3-4 describes God as the God of all comfort, and how we, through God's comfort, can comfort anyone in any affliction. We can either do that in situations like this, or we can use those opportunities to draw away. And having drawn away in times of suffering way too much and just getting the same awful results again and again, I can honestly say I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want any of you guys to have to go through that.